Welcome, everyone, to the Chelmsford High School's 104th commencement of the graduating class of 2021. My name is Jacqueline Ragazio, and I'm the secretary of the senior class. Would you all please rise and remove your caps for the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner?
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the brave?
Everyone, please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Jackie. Dr. Lang, members of the Chelmsford School Committee, honored guests, family, friends, faculty, and of course, members of the Chelmsford High School's graduating class of 2021. I'm Steve Murray, principal of Chelmsford High School. It is my distinct pleasure to welcome you today to the 104th commencement. Before we start this program, I want to take a few minutes to thank some people for their contributions in making this event possible. Without the contributions of these folks in the planning, rehearsing, setting up, and executing this event, we certainly wouldn't be here today. So a special thanks to the deans, Dean Blagg, Dean McIsaac, Dean Lyons, my office staff, Ms. Moreau, Ms. Wint, and especially Ms. Rick, the House Secretaries, Mr. Stacy, Ms. Fallon, and Ms. Mason, Charlie, Chris, and Matt, our custodial crew, of course, Ryan Poisson, Tom Peterson, and a host of others at Chelmsford CTV, Mr. Sexauer, Ms. Rader, Ms. Camo, and our school counselors, our class advisors, Ms. Orsini and Ms. Dussault, all of our faculty and staff at CHS who demonstrate a genuine care for our students. Thank you to our National Honor Society students who volunteered today to help out. And definitely, I want to say a huge thank you to our PTO. They've worked so hard over these past 15 months during this pandemic and found clever ways of supporting our senior class. Students, you may sit. Sorry about that. And you can do. As you can see from this program, we have special guests here today who have spent a great deal of time crafting thoughtful messages to help commemorate and celebrate this special occasion. So first, I'd like to welcome up to the podium the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Jay Lang.
Good morning, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, parents, and the Chelmsford High School graduating class of 2021. On behalf of the Chelmsford Public Schools Administration, I want to congratulate you on your many accomplishments. I am proud of you. The administration and staff of Chelmsford High School is proud of you, and your community of Chelmsford is proud of you. I cannot tell you how happy I am that we're here today and able to celebrate this milestone in your life together. If you would ask me last fall if I thought we'd be having an in-person graduation, I probably would have said no. However, this year has been unpredictable, and I'm just glad things worked out the way they did, and we're able to be here together to celebrate your graduation with friends and family. If you recall, it was Friday, March 13th, 2020, when all schools across the Commonwealth of Massachusetts closed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. During the spring of your junior year, we transitioned to remote learning for what was originally anticipated to be several days or weeks. However, the months quickly passed and the summer of 2020 was upon us. We did not return to schools for in-person learning to end your junior year. There was a sense of loss last year for our seniors, as they did not have the traditional closing to the senior year that was anticipated. And there was also a lot of concern going into this school year for the unknown in what your senior year would look like, and if you may have missed opportunities due to the pandemic. All throughout your senior year, the adults in your lives worked as hard as they could to ensure you were able to celebrate as many senior year traditions as possible. You rose to the occasion, in the classroom, on the playing fields, and in school activities, albeit at times with masks on and social distancing, to make your senior year a great one and one that you will never forget. Your teachers, counselors, administrators, and support staff have gone above and beyond to make sure you receive the very finest education, especially during this past year of hybrid and remote learning. Our staff and students epitomize the pride core value of perseverance. We have all had to adapt, to alter, and persist through COVID and the challenges it presents. Our staff has never worked harder than they did this past year. They were pushed and challenged in ways they had never been previously. For you, at times, our staff have served as mentors, role models, or just caring, compassionate adults willing to listen and provide advice on issues you may be dealing with. At times, our supportive adults have helped you socially and emotionally cope with being a high school student and all of the challenges that presents. I would ask all of the Chelmsford Public School staff who are here today, elementary, middle, high school teachers, to stand for a moment and be recognized for the countless hours you have put into preparing for this day, and especially to recognize the outstanding work each of you has contributed to make senior year as special as it can be for these students. So would all staff of the Chelmsford Public Schools who are here today stand for a moment to be recognized for the incredible work that you did to help our senior class be able to graduate. Thank you. Let's also not forget and take a moment to recognize how very fortunate you are to have so many caring and committed supporters here with you today to celebrate your high school graduation. Mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, and extended family members. You have worked hard and should be proud of yourself and your accomplishments. You leave Chelmsford High School with the knowledge and skills necessary to be successful in college, your career, and life. You have been provided with an outstanding foundation of knowledge and the skills necessary to navigate life. Enjoy life, pursue what truly interests and drives you. It is now time for you to explore and find out what your life's work will be. I ask that when you leave Chelmsford High School, you continue to push yourself to learn, to work hard, enjoy life, and give back to the community and the schools that have supported you and provided you with so much throughout your career. I want to congratulate you on your accomplishments. Good luck, Chelmsford High School class of 2021, as you begin the next chapter in your life. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lang. It is my pleasure to welcome to the podium the chairperson of the Chelmsford Public Schools Committee, Mr. Dennis King.
Parents, faculty, honored guests, and most importantly, members of the class of 2021. My aim this morning is to do what comes naturally to me and keep things short. On behalf of the Chelmsford School Committee, I just want to congratulate the graduates for not only getting through the craziness of the last year and a half, but for achieving all that you've achieved over the last 13 years of your education. Whether it be in the classroom, the stage, the playing field, or in the community, Your contributions to the Chelmsford Public Schools and the town of Chelmsford have been remarkable. The mission of the Chelmsford Public Schools is to educate, engage, prepare, and empower well-rounded and knowledgeable learners who persevere through challenges, demonstrate respect and integrity in their words and actions, are dedicated to their community, and display empathy as global citizens while discovering their full potential. The class of 2021 epitomizes all of these traits. To the parents, congratulations and thank you for the support and encouragement you have provided that allowed these graduates to become the strong, determined, compassionate men and women that sit before us today. Finally, to the teachers and staff of the Chelmsford Public Schools, thank you for your dedication, perseverance, and flexibility over the last 15 months, and for the education and guidance you have given to these students during their time in the Chelmsford Public Schools. As the African proverb states, it takes a village to raise a child, and you have all been important members of the village that has helped these students get where they are today. I thank you for giving me the opportunity to address you today, and want to wish the best of luck to the graduates of the class of 2021 in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. King. Again, good morning and welcome to all families, staff, and students. Once again, welcome to Superintendent Lang, Assistant Superintendent Hirsch, the school committee, staff, and our special guests. Before we get started, I want to take a moment to recognize a few staff members. Ms. Sue Gothier, Ms. Maura Dua Samoa, Ms. Mary Claire O'Neill, and Ms. Beth Rick, all of whom are retiring at the end of the school year. Ms. Gothier has been a dedicated Spanish teacher. She loves teaching Spanish and providing different and new cultural experiences for our world language learners. She's been instrumental in bringing back a world language exchange program to Chelmsford High School. Ms. O'Neill, she's been the cornerstone to Emerson guidance counselors. Her knowledge of the college process and the developmental needs of high school students and the strategies that they will need to be successful they need to be successful is something these students will carry with them forever. Emerson and the counseling department will miss her. Ms. Dua Asamoah, she helped transform the health curriculum into an engaging and important curriculum that is truly relevant to today's students. She's an amazing coach, and she's a champion of better health, a champion of good decision making, and for making personal responsibility. Ms. Rick, I cannot say enough about her. She's my right-hand person. She's retiring from being an admin assistant to 3 different principals for the past 12 years. This building would not run were it not for her organization, thoughtfulness, and unending work ethic. Her sense of humor keeps the main office humming, and these will certainly be tough shoes to fill. We will greatly miss each one of these staff members, and their impact on our school will always be felt. All of us here in the stadium and the millions watching on Chelmsford Telemedia wish all of you a wonderful, healthy, and safe retirement. Students, now would be a good time to show our appreciation with a round of applause. Congratulations. Last but not least, one other staff member is leaving Chelmsford High School. This staff member joined a distinguished list of talented Chelmsford High School deans. Dr. Bobby Lyons has been the heart of Emerson House since he became the Emerson House Dean in 2014. Dr. Lyons' knowledge of social-emotional needs of high schoolers, his calm demeanor and thoughtful approaches to problems, and his brilliant sense of humor will be something that we will all miss. Dr. Lyons is not retiring. He's only 26. He will be the new Associate Dean at Waltham High School. He's going back to the school that he graduated from. We wish him the best of luck. Graduates, and especially those from Emerson House, let's show our appreciation for all that Dr. Lyons has done. As you know, it has not been an easy year for anyone, and having this celebration in person is truly wonderful and a fitting way to send off this class. The past 15 months have been hard. Venturing into the unknown and not knowing what is next, not knowing what can happen, or not knowing what will happen was certainly unsettling, disappointing, and at times very frustrating. It takes great leadership to stay the course and to make something meaningful from the broken pieces of a school year. The past 6 years at Chelmsford High School, I've been blessed with phenomenal class officers. However, no class officers had to grapple with the challenges that Peter, Jackie, Luke, and Sudeep had to endure. They had the weight of the senior class and their families on their shoulders. Since April of 2020, they rolled up their sleeves and got to work. I cannot tell you how many plans, how many activities, fundraisers, and how many proms they planned, only to be thwarted by forces beyond all of our control, and having to again change what was changed and planned multiple times over. Regardless, the Fab Four marched on. They never got angry, depressed, or defeated. They kept life and its circumstances in perspective. They kept me grounded, calm, and hopeful. I honestly do not know where we would be as a senior class without their leadership. Their professionalism at their ages sets the bar for all future class officers. So thank you, Peter, thank you, Jackie, thank you, Luke, and thank you, Sudeep. And now it brings me to you, our graduates before me. I want to talk briefly about your goals and the ability to adapt. I want to start with a story about a gentleman that I had the pleasure of meeting a month ago. His name is Mr. Joseph Edward McShane, Jr. Mr. McShane was a Chelmsford High School student back in the 1960s, and he had a calling. This young man wanted to serve his country. He joined the Army in November of 1964 and entered the war in Vietnam. Mr. McShane completed his tour of duty in Vietnam and represented our country with honor. He did this with great personal sacrifice to his family, to his friends, and great personal sacrifice to his education. Mr. McShane wanted to make a difference to the extent that he left for the service in November of his junior year. Due to his service in the Army, Mr. McShane was not able to enjoy his junior cotillion or the traditional senior events that millions of Americans were able to enjoy. And he was not able to officially graduate and receive his diploma. This respected, proud, and dedicated gentleman never lamented on what he missed. He used different experiences to charter new paths of success. And I admire him for his courage, and I admire him for his sacrifice. Now, 55 years later, Mr. Joseph Edward McShane, Jr. received what he earned and what he deserved. A few weeks ago, I had the distinct honor of officially conferring this gentleman with an official Chelmsford High School diploma. And I'm proud to say that Mr. McShane is a Chelmsford High School graduate, and he joins the ranks of distinguished Chelmsford High School alumni, which you will be too in 4 short hours. I was honored to celebrate this moment with Mr. McShane's friends and thank him for his service and for showing us that it is never too late to achieve a personal goal. Most importantly, he showed us that not all paths have to be the same. Different paths and experiences are fine. They're just that. They're different. I mention this story to you because of its relevance. This pandemic changed so much of our lives in so many ways. Plans people made had to change. Goal lines for achievements and goal lines for events were moved. The past 15 months made me appreciate the old saying, life is not waiting for the storm to pass. It's learning to dance among the raindrops. Your junior and senior year were like no others. However, you persevered. You were undaunted and found creative ways to replace traditional events. Although you missed traditional events in your last year and a quarter, I would say that what you gained was more valuable. You gained the ability to persevere and to keep your life in perspective. No one knows what the future holds, or what will change from the past 15 months. Lamenting on what was missed will not protect you from the storm. Your creativity, determination, and positivity will get you through and help you to dance among those raindrops. These will be the keys to your future success. You clearly demonstrated this ability. You successfully navigated through your junior and senior years. So do not focus on what you missed. Focus on what you currently have, and focus on the things you have to look forward to. All of you here have bright futures. You have the skills you need to succeed. And everyone in this stadium and those watching at home are so proud of all of you. Thank you for a great year. Congratulations, you've earned it. Chelmsford High School is a rich tradition of fantastic student speakers, and it's my pleasure to introduce our first student speaker, our class salutatorian, Connor Mitchell.
Good morning, friends and family. While this past year has been an unprecedented challenge in all of our lives, today I'd like to speak to the unshakable spirit of resilience that has always been demonstrated by this class, both before and during this crisis. At the beginning of freshman year, when we came to this building as nothing but frightened middle schoolers, each and every one of us made a conscious decision to adapt to and even embrace our new surroundings. In this way, whether it be stepping outside our comfort zone to make new friends, joining extracurricular activities, balancing hefty schedules, or putting in the extra mile to succeed academically, we all demonstrated resilience and thrived here because of it. And then, 3 years later, when the world we had grown accustomed to was thrown into disarray once more, we again responded with the utmost hardiness. While learning remotely, being separated from our friends, and being unable to participate in the activities we had come to love was not ideal, to say the least, we persevered and soldiered on in spite of it. And here we are today because of it. Although our final destinations differ and may even be yet unknown, the circumstances of our current situation are not dissimilar to those we've encountered time and time again. And now, as we find ourselves here, on the precipice of the next adventure in our lives, this lesson in resilience takes on even greater significance. But what is resilience? The Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines resilience as an ability to recover from or adjust easily to misfortune or change. Frankly, I find this definition lacking in that it fails to capture the essence of where this so-called ability derives from and how it can vary dramatically from one individual to the next. To me, possessing resilience is not simply a question of whether or not you have it, but rather the culmination of an extensive and deeply personal process. No matter the situation, resilience always begins with a moment of adversity, a moment that leads us to an introspective reflection on our aspirations and redefines what is really important to us. From here, the path branches off. We can continue along the known road, maintaining the status quo and potentially sacrificing these dreams, or we can courageously strike out into the rugged unknown in pursuit of them. In this way, crisis, by illuminating what we value and what we do not, bestows vision upon us so that we may choose our course wisely. Now, although we have our vision, from where do we glean the fortitude to follow it? Well, we can turn to friends and family to help bolster it. The strength we need to take that first step can only come from within, from our absolute faith in the vision we have for our future. This is resilience, not an ability, but a state of mind. And as we leave here today and find ourselves at yet another fork in the road, it is of the utmost importance that we continue to heed this lesson. As there was in the last 4 years, there will surely be challenges to overcome and fears to conquer in the days ahead. Therefore, I wish you all the boldness to reflect on what matters most to you, the tenacity to create your vision of what's worth fighting for, and the courage, spirit, and inner strength to pursue it against all odds. Congratulations, class of 2021. It's been an honor to have walked this road alongside of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Connor. For the presentation of the class gift, please join me in welcoming to the stage class treasurer, class of 21, Luke Abraham.
Good morning, class of 2021. I include parents, faculty, and siblings. Today we come together as one to celebrate the end of our high school career, a great finish to a time we hold so dear. After much thought and various options, we chose to help renovate a thing used most often. The science pond, which is currently inhabitable, will soon become a place which will prove invaluable. And who knows, maybe through this renovation, students can swim in this pond without being rushed to clinical stations. For the future, I see a pond teeming with life that students can then study and be inspired alike. A fitting gift for a class as wonderful as ours, that goes without saying. But the best class must have the best gift, and rest assured, ours is amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Luke. Since Chelmsford High School opened in 1974, Principal Emeritus George Simonian has always identified the most important student in the school to be the class president. Mr. Simonian would know this because this is his 65th Chelmsford High School graduation. Not only is the president responsible for leading the class, the president is responsible for taking the pulse and working with the school leaders to help the school continue to evolve and come together. It is no surprise, due in no small part to their contributions to this wonderful institution, that each class president's name is inscribed and memorialized on a placard in the main hall. This year's class president has certainly lived up to these expectations. Please welcome this year's class president, Peter Mitchell.
Good morning, families, friends, staff, and classmates. It is so great to be able to stand in front of you all today and speak on behalf of the 104th graduating class of Chelmsford High School. With what has been a roller coaster ride of a senior year, there are a number of people who have worked tirelessly to ensure Chelmsford students will get the education and social experience that they deserve. I would like to take a moment and address these individuals now. And what a better way to start off than with Mr. Murray himself. Principal Murray has never hesitated to stand up for our class and advocate for the senior week events that we hope for. I greatly appreciate all your efforts and thank you for being a positive influence to myself and the entire senior class. Next, I want to recognize Deans Blagg, McIsaac, and Lyons on all they have done to bring everyone back to school safely. I understand the work and planning that has gone into making this year the success that it was, and I assure you that the student body is grateful. I will surely miss speaking to each of you every day. Further, I'd like to thank all the guidance counselors, secretaries, and school psychologists that we have here at CHS. I know of many students who have looked at their house office as a place to find peace amongst a time of uncertainty and change. I thank you for brightening the world of those in the 2021 family when they needed it. And now, I think everyone here can attest to the work done for our class by Ms. Orsini and Mr. Dusso throughout our 4 years at CHS. Not only have they been sincerely dedicated to this class's success and happiness, but they have been wonderful role models for me. I truly believe every decision you two have made has resulted in the betterment of our class's high school experience. And on behalf of the class of 2021, I thank you. And going on a more personal note, I would like the opportunity to address Jackie, Sudeep, and Luke. While many people will never know the true amount of time and thought you have spent trying to make this year the best it can be for our classmates, always know that I do. Not only for the fundraisers and events that happened, but for all of those that didn't. The long days spent at school after hours and working through lunch and plus blocks has paid off. I hope you notice your accomplishments. The time we have spent together has brought me some of my happiest memories at CHS, and for that, I thank you. And lastly here, I want to thank my family. Dad, I appreciate your direction that has brought me to this very moment. Mom, for all the laughs and crossword puzzle races we've shared. Riley, for being a terrific role model for me throughout my entire life. And since Meg and Tim did not make the 3-person cut, I think I'm good to stop there. And now, I turn to my peers, my classmates, my friends, the class of 2021. It has been a serious honor to be a part of a group as remarkable as the graduates that sit in front of me today. We have learned and developed who we are alongside each other. We have grown up together. From mere faces of kids passing in the hallway to a collective unit capable of peer pressuring Mr. Demers down a slip and slide. Although this spirit of community and pride was visible in our freshman and sophomore years together, its strength was put to the test on March 13th, 2020. Although at this point, talk of the pandemic has become tiring, colorless, frustrating, I think it would be wrong to ignore this part in our lives. After years of building our identity as individuals and a class, we were split up from one another, sent home, isolated. The standard path of our high school experience was abruptly deterred, and we were thrown into a world full of unknowns, a world stripped of normalcy and tradition. And looking back, I will not lie to you. It is true we missed out on many activities and events that make a typical senior year. Yes, this is unlucky and unfortunate, and you can insert any negative adjective you want. That is the truth. You didn't get to feel what it was like to be a senior at a Tundra Tango. But tell me, do you imagine it would have felt better than the feeling of meeting up with a friend for the first time after being separated? Than seeing classmates you didn't know you missed once coming back to school, then returning to a team or a community? Yes, many of us didn't get to perform our talent or sport in front of a crowd as a senior, but did many of us not develop new hobbies and become passionate about something that will carry with us throughout our entire lives? I ask you to think about these moments where you reconnected with something the pandemic took away from you. Seeing a close friend, a teacher you missed, a loved one, did these moments not feel so real, like you were fully present in the moment and you were enjoying where you were in time, like your soul was truly happy? I want you all to objectively reflect on the year you just lived. While being stripped of all the things we looked forward to in our senior year, we still managed to find happiness. The pandemic has shown we are ultimately responsible for creating our own joy. Better yet, we do not need to rely on tradition and history to make us happy. I believe those quality moments spent doing something you truly enjoy or simply being with people who you like to spend time with will trump any high school sponsored event that we may have missed. I ask you, class of 2021, to acknowledge what and who brings you comfort and satisfaction, and I urge you to seek it out. Do not wait for events like the prom to make you feel happy. Instead, be in the constant pursuit of joy. Be in the driver's seat of your well-being and feel the air on your skin. Class of 2021, as today you and I part ways, I genuinely want to wish you good luck in each of your future endeavors. I have the utmost confidence that this group of students can bring great happiness to so many people who live beyond the borders of our home, Chelmsford. Go spread that happiness, my friends. Thank you.
And we'd like to welcome Peter back for our class at the gavel.
On behalf of the class of 2021, I pass the gavel to you, Marcos Hernandez, as the new president of the class of 2022. You will carry on the traditions in your role as class president with honor and integrity, which has been the hallmark of this position over the past decades.
Thank you, Peter. On behalf of the class of 2022, my apologies. Thank you, Peter. On behalf of the class of 2022, I would like to congratulate all of you. The hard work you put in over the past 4 years has finally come to an end, and here's to celebrating. The presence and enthusiasm you brought to our school will be greatly missed. Since being a freshman here at CHS, it is evident that this class has proven to be driven, talented, and most importantly, resilient. You, the class of 2021, are a class that will not be overlooked. And I can speak for my fellow classmates that it has been an honor to learn and grow from the class of 2021. To the 4 people that worked tirelessly to create a blissful environment in our school, Jackie, Luke, Sudeep, and Peter, CHS couldn't thank you enough for the CHS couldn't thank you enough for the work and dedication you put into the school while constantly facing challenges. Your love and passion for our school brought your class together, and you 4 are amazing role models for all kids in Chelmsford Public Schools. Although you have left us with big shoes to fill, I hope to have your same passion as a leader next year. Lastly, I would like to wish every individual in the class of 2021 happiness and success in the future. No matter where you end up, I know you all will do amazing things, and hey, don't forget where you came from. Thank you and congratulations.
Please welcome to the stage a valedictorian, Michelle Lee.
Hello, fellow graduates, families, staff, and faculty. Did you know that it's been 8 years since a CHS class has last graduated in a field? Fellow 2021 graduates, today is about us. Today is about us, but it's also about the tens, hundreds, and maybe even thousands of people who've helped us along the way. Because chances are, you probably didn't make it out of high school all by yourself. If you take a moment to reflect on your personal journey up to this point, the best memories are often shaped by the people around you. From freshman year to senior year, and even before then, think of the people who've believed in you, the people who've made a difference and inspired you, and the people who've been instrumental in your growth. In fact, you probably won't have to think, much less than look, very far. Some of these people are right here, sitting next to you in the stands and on this stage. Thank you to our teachers, club advisors, deans, guidance counselors, staff, and faculty for your tireless dedication throughout these past 4 years. I want to give special thanks to my dean, Dean Black, and my guidance counselor, Mrs. Lima, for all your hard work and encouragement. I also want to give a special shout out to 3 very amazing teachers, Mr. Bartos, Mrs. Brule, and Mrs. Schultz, for your endless support and guidance throughout my years at CHS. Thank you to my friends and fellow classmates for being with me every step of this journey. It's been truly amazing. And last, but never the least, thank you to my awesome and supportive relatives and my family, Mom, Dad, and my sister, Kelly. I am beyond grateful for everything you've done and for everything you do for me. Thank you. What does thank you actually entail? There's a lot packed and neatly wrapped in a bow in those 2 small yet meaningful words. Thank you. Thank you means appreciation for the memories, for the support, for the things they've done, and for the moments they've influenced so that you are here today at graduation. Today is about the present, but also about the moments that led up to it. I'm gonna be Captain Obvious here. This year was tough, but so are we. We've gone through high school amid a global pandemic, went through remote and hybrid learning, and even made it through a national toilet paper shortage. This year was tough. Nevertheless, we persisted. However, in the busyness of everyday life, and especially in the midst of uncertainty and unprecedented challenges, it's really easy to get wrapped up in the news and in our spiraling worries and forget to give thanks. By taking a moment to pause, gratitude recenters us to the present and helps us reframe our perspective. Gratitude empowers us to find joy in every moment, build resilience, and continue moving forward with optimism, courage, and grace. Fellow 2021 graduates, today is about us, but it's also about the people who've helped us along the way. Today is a day of celebration for what we have achieved and for what's more to come. We miss a place not because of the place itself, but rather the memories that were made there. But, you know, if you really do miss the building itself, I mean, CHS is right there. As you go on to college, the workforce, or military, wherever life may take you, remember to celebrate the wins, no matter how big or small. Appreciate moments as they come, and give your thanks to those who have helped you. A little gratitude goes a long way. So I encourage you all to say thank you to all those who contributed to your growth and have brought you to this very moment today. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Thank you, Michelle. Please join me as I welcome this year's Vice President of the Class of 2021, Sudeep Gobala, to introduce our faculty speaker.
Good morning, everyone. I'm proud to be representing the class of 2021 as your Vice President, and I'm honored to be introducing this year's commencement speaker. Class of 2021, take a couple of moments to look around and appreciate what you have surrounding yourselves right now. These are no ordinary faces. These are the faces of the people who we have all created countless memories with over the last 12 years. These are the faces of your childhood, your teammates, and your friends. After our 4 years together, I believe it is safe to say all of us have become one big extended family. Our class is filled with students who have become recognized with many different feats in their respective areas, and I'm proud of us all for our accomplishments. The success we have achieved is credited to our team, our CHS staff, classmates, friends, teammates, and parents have supported us from the beginning and pushed us to be the best we can. I'm truly grateful to have grown up with such an amazing group of kids, so thank you, Class of 2021, for being the best class any of us could have ever dreamt of being a part of. This year's commencement speaker is not just any ordinary teacher. He's also a mentor, advisor, supporter, comedian, and everyone's best friend. Mr. Duso has consistently shown his passion for teaching his students and continues to have a positive influence on us each and every day. He's always there to connect with the students on a personal level and demonstrate some support no matter what the situation is. Mr. Duso's humor never goes unnoticed, as he's always the one to cheer us up and put a smile on our faces with his crazy, unexpected jokes. It is evident that Mr. Duso genuinely cares for the well-being of all the CHS community. Although I was never personally in Mr. Duso's class, I got the unique opportunity to work with him when he was a class advisor, and we formed a special bond. He has supported and helped the class officers throughout the year, and we will always appreciate him for letting us pack his classroom full of old shoes, hoodies, mugs, and lawn sign, among countless other generous offers. Mr. Duso's positive attitude and enthusiastic ways of teaching have made us more inspired to learn. He loves to get his students involved and make sure they genuinely enjoy what is being taught. He seamlessly weaves the importance of providing a strong academic base along with creating moments of entertainment for all of his students. This unique combination is what makes him such a great teacher and person. He accomplishes all of this while going out of his way to teach students valuable life lessons that we will never forget. With all this being said, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the 2021 commencement speaker, Mr. Jason Duso.
Hey, howdy, folks. I wanted to open today by first thanking the class of 2021 for requesting that I speak at their graduation. This is a really special group filled with truly wonderful individuals. So to be chosen by them, honestly, it just means the world. And on a personal note, this group of graduates is not only special to me because I had the privilege of working with them over the course of the last 4 years, but also because this year marks my 18th year teaching, which means many of you were born the first year I started teaching. So, 18 years though, that's not insignificant. And what has been a singular career for me has only been just the beginning for you. I know it's weird to say only when referring to what has been up until this point your entire life, but it's true, it's just the beginning. And in terms of you, who you are, you're not even who you're going to be yet. I mean, maybe that's what makes high school so hard. Now, don't get me wrong, I get it. Honors Chem with Miss Collins was a trial. I mean, that's a 5-foot woman with a 50-foot shadow. But I don't think the courses and the content were the most difficult aspects of the past 4 years. Instead, I think it's maybe the fact that your choices, they're beginning to add up. Your decisions and their consequences now have weight, now begin to describe you. Because you see, time, it's not measured in minutes, months, or millennia, but in moments. Moments are the currency of life, the price we pay to become who we are and who we will be. It's a price paid in moments. And when you view life in moments, you begin to see things a little differently. You begin to realize that the moments that mean the most to you, the ones that have the greatest impact, have a way of bending time and space around them, like that breath before your first kiss, or that time spent under the hot sun in a stiff chair waiting for someone's speech to end. though that one seems oddly specific. A lot can happen within the breath of a handful of heartbeats. Moments have gravity, some more than others, it's true. But no one moment, no matter how amazing or devastating, has the ability to define you. Remember that. You are the sum of many moments, not a derivative of just one. Moments, however, are fleeting, so make the most of yours. Don't be afraid to fail, to feel, to love. These have been hard times, but just because it's hard to live doesn't mean it has to be hard to love. And honestly, an old hippie like me, you didn't think we were gonna get like 5 minutes into this before I started talking about love, did you? But life isn't just about love or happiness. Allow yourself to experience all the wonderful and heartbreaking emotions that make us human. We are not meant to be happy all the time, regardless of what someone's feed or stream leads you to believe. So take that pressure away from yourself. Now we are, however, meant to feel something. Don't become a victim of apathy. It's okay to be angry, to be anxious, to be sad. Allow yourself to be excited, to be surprised, to be curious. Do not shut yourself off. Emotions prevent our experiences from just being a collection of senses. Emotions transform our experiences into something beautiful. They transform them into life. But allowing emotions into your life doesn't always make things easier. In fact, a lot of the times it makes things harder. And when things get difficult, we are often told that life doesn't get easier, we get tougher. That tough times create tough people. That's how we survive. That's how we learn to get by. You may find that during difficult times, we need to tell ourselves, this is who I have to be today. And the thing is, at some point, you could be saying this more mornings than not. You might find yourself making choices, compromises that you never would have made before, just to get through the day. Some days, months, years, it might get to the point where you're constantly reaffirming to yourself, this is who I need to be. And all the while, there's this little voice in the back of your head asking, but is it? Listen to that voice. It knows you better than you allow yourself to. Don't compromise who you are, who you have the potential to be, just to get by, just to get through it. And who you are, just who you are, well, that's the next big question. That's the next great adventure. That's why the next couple of years are so important, so amazing. These will be the moments that come to define you. Now, you could play it safe. You could resist change. But I think just about every coming-of-age book you read in high school, which I think was just about every book you read in high school, had some pretty strong thoughts on how that would turn out. Learn from that. Put yourself out there. Be open to new experiences, new perspectives, and new adventures. Take chances. Get your heart broke. Make mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes. Hell, half of us probably wouldn't be here today if our parents didn't make one. Trust yourself. Trust yourself as we trust you, as we have trusted you. Because your life up until this point has been one big lesson, one giant learning experience. And much like when you learn to ride your bike, we, your family, your friends, your community, have been there holding the frame for you as you learn to navigate. You trusting us not to let you fall, not to let you get hurt. And us trusting that you get back up if you should fall, if you should get hurt. Now, like any lesson, there will be a test, and the coming years will test you, and you will have your share of success. But you will also fail. Failure's not always a bad thing. Every time you take a step, you fail to fall. It's all about perspective and what you take away from the experience. Do not fear failure. We trust that you can pick yourself back up again. Trust yourself as we trust you. But if you should ever fall, and fall hard, if you have trouble picking yourself back up again, know that we, your family, your friends, your community, will always be there for you. We love you. I mean, just because we're not holding the bike anymore doesn't mean we're not right there with you. So, class of 2021, as you leave here today, and as the world opens up to you, as you take the steps and face the challenges that will define you and your generation, and as you will one day pass this world on to a new generation, know that you are prepared. Know that your experience as a student was not just about math or science, English or history, or any of the other subject areas for that matter. It was about the challenges you faced, what you learned about yourself, and how you learned to work with others. That was the real lesson, the lesson that'll help you in the adventure ahead. Trust yourself in these moments. Now, the hardest part, the goodbye. I'd like to close today kind of in much the same way I opened, actually, by thanking you. I want to thank you for who you have been to all of us. But more importantly, I want to thank you for who you will become. Be well, and, well, y'all keep it legal.
Thank you, Mr. Dussault. Now the moment we've all been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my distinct honor to present the Chelmsford School Committee and the Superintendent of Schools, the graduates of 2021, for the conferring of their diplomas.
The graduates of Emerson House: Anna Isabella Adinolfi, Zoe Aria Adonio, Marietta Karen Erekelian, Sonit Bandaru, Christian Edward Barden Jones, James Robert Barrett, Juliana Marie Berry, Jake Milne Bartleman, Kevin McKenna Baxter, Nicholas Vincent Bonaiuto, Bethany Katura Botha. Morgan Louise Boudreau. Logan Donald Bruce. Nicholas Timothy Burns. Allison Kate Carmel. Ryan Thomas Caulfield. Shrija Chireddy. Evan Patrick Cody. Astrid Margaret Collins. Slade Patrick Collins. Kyla Rose Costantino. Kylie Ann Couture. Sophia Rose D'Agostino. Michael Ciro DiChara. Caitlin Rose Derry. Kamante Bawache Donkor. Michael Philip Doobie. Jonathan Josiah Durham. Asia Victoria Eckengren. Caitlin Brianna Eller. Nicholas James Fenichetti. Adam Stephen Fielding. Caleb James Flores. Jack Edward Gallo. Michael Jonas Galloway. Skyla Garrigan. Lucas Leach Gaspar. Benjamin Julio Gomez. Amir Azam Haidar. Sona K. Hanslia. Elliot David Hayes. Emma Nicole Hebert. Maya Marie Hensley. James Anthony Higgins. James Gregory Hill. Lily Fueli Hoyt. Jackson Garen Hupper. Jillian Lee Jones. Alexandra Wyson Cam. Angelina Weiling Cam. Olivia Catherine Carney. Colby Scott King. Robert Nicholas Kalonges. Daniel Max Krigman. Kate Elizabeth Kruger. Olivia May Lafreniere. Rachel Julia Lalumiere. Isabella Bousset Lim. Brian Lima. Luke Charles McAllister. Jillian Jane McLean. Braden Owen McCall. Shane Patrick McDermott. Aiden Ryan McNeil. Zane Suzawa Meikle. Ethan Gilbert Meltzer. James Christopher Mischansky. Aaron Michael Miller. Matthew Robert Miner. Philip Tuan Mew. Suchita Kate Muang. Anubhav Mandal. Chelsea Kate Moody. Ariana Rosemarie Moreau Goodwin. Jennifer Elizabeth Murtaugh. Raghav Luthra Narula. Kara Cecile Nickerson. Hannah Marie O'Brien. Shay Emma O'Leary. Samantha Lynn Palumbo. Kate Alyssa Paquette. Arya Ashish Patel. Muksha Sanjay Kumar Patel. Sana Patel. Jack Kyle Pattenoud. Andrew Perrin. Cameron Anthony Petullo. Gabriela Branco Pavetta. Cole Alexander Powers. Tatum Lorraine Prokop. Aryan Putter. Amelia Grace Reitman. Suzanne Cecile Reynolds. Miles Axel Rand. Haley Michelle Richards. Om Prakash Shahu. Yash Sahu. Kiyomonica Sam. Michael Theodore Schwam. Rudra Jyoti Set. Nia Schroff. Anthony Alexander Skinsakos. Lindsay Bentz Snyder. Eliza Kathleen Spidell. Cameron Shrubnik. Gabriel Ellen Howard Stafford. Tyler Francis Stagnon. Shane Patrick Sutherland. Tarmo Martin Tari. Rithan Tiramalasetti. Kayla Marie Tracy. Lanny Lim Sang. Hussein Mustafa Vaid. Ian Marie Paul Hugo Van Haren. Giovanna Bawabi Vieira. Gordon Gichini Wachira. Wayne Jerome Waligo. Jake Thomas Walsh. Jenna Bell Ward. William John Ward. Michael Scott West. The graduates of Hawthorne House. Michael Grant Erikellian. Emily Bridget Arpino. Mariana Asunkeo. Amelia Faith Audette. Cheyenne Faye Banks. Sharday Ngozi Barker. Matthew Ryan Berry. Kanaya Bone. Nicholas James Bottomley. Chinmay Brombutt. Marissa Kelly Barati. Matthew Francis Carpenter. Michael Francis Carpenter. Alyssa Rose Caruso. Anaja Nashe Certain. Charleston J. Charles. Timothy John Connor. Grace Catherine Corfield. Lainey Ann Coughlin. Sophia Michelle DiChara. Allison Grace Dorsey. Avi Zvi Erickson. Lachlan Jeffrey Forgan. Caitlin McKenna Fox. Hannah Grace Fuller. Yusuf Antoine Garris. Jabdil Ulises Gonzalez Cruz. Megan Elizabeth Good. Kenneth James Goodwin. Leah Alice Green. Mariah Rose Hallian. Mary Catherine Hamilton. Michaela Grace Hardy. Jeremy Richard Hargett. Madison Marie Harper. Luke Andrew Harrison. Sean Michael Hayes. George Frederick Haywood. Benjamin Bernard Helmar. Aiden Sullivan Hennessy. Alec John Hogue. Kylie Joan Hooten. Amelia Carol Ann Hughes. Jessica Noel Hussey. Jane Irene McKell Jasmine. Joshua Allen Jordan. Bailey Ann Kaler. Kendra Reed Kehoe. Shannon Alexandria Kempner. Emma Marie Cohane. Sammy Katani. Evan Lane Kinney. Andrew Al Koshar. Daria Alexandrovna Krupisheva. Cassandra Ann Larkin. Benjamin Carl Larson. Laura Frances Latham. Alexis Victoria Lavin. Matthew Christopher Lefebvre. Nikki Lee. Mackenzie Renee Limerick. Zoe Liu. Michael Anthony Lupoli. Michelle B. Lee. Pierce Richard Magnan. Aiden Morris McGuire. Gayatri Sri Lalitha Mantha. Sean Michael McHale. Catherine Jane McManaman. Donald James McNaught III. Connor James Mitchell. Nicholas Mugwe. Noel Mugwe. Bryn Alexandra Howe Murray. Ethan James Nash. Hannah Alfonsa Nettie Carden. John Harvey Nickerson. Jemima Kibeti Ntambwe. Rachana Nee. Jack F. O'Brien. Nick Oliveira. Serena Pan. Dia Love Panchal. Ryan Curtis Parks. Caitlin Kathleen Paul. Alicia Antoinette Pires. Christian John Perry. Ryan Joseph Perry. Andrew Francis Phillips. Alyssa Loretta Poisson. Abigail Catherine Prisbilowitz. Andrew Thomas Prisbilowitz. Emily Shirley Pinn. Harrison James Regan. Nicole Alejandra Reyes. Courtney Renee Rice. Madison Elizabeth Richards. Samuel Michael Rogers. Jacqueline Danielle Ross. Amanda Colleen Russo. Gina Marie Ryder. Richie Parith Sang. Anthony Delano Sendelli. Aaliyah Catherine Scott. Cole Martin Sheeran. Caitlin Santos Silva. Anirudh Singh. Yusuf Alfred Solomon. Daniel Thomas Souza. Stephen Everett Spofford. Sean Michael Stackpole. Luke Stanton Stahl. Quentin Joseph Stewart. Joseph Robert Sturzo. Nicholas Joseph Tedesco. Anthony Lawrence Tosi. Paul James Tucker. Nicholas Rigo Vaz Gabriel. Aditya Vijay. Emma Catherine Walsh. Amanda Colette Waters. Hannah Ashling Witten. Catherine Ellen Wood. Dylan Kenneth Woodland. Karina Zafar. The graduates of Whittier House. Praneeth Aburi. Madison Geneva Agostino. Amelia Catherine Stearns Anderson. Brett Charles Baker. Julia Elizabeth Bates. Jessica Andrea Behar Garcia. Aiden Gage Berry. Krish Bhavesh Boot. Lily Catherine Boylard.
Take a good picture.
Rachel Ellen Boudreau.
They're not even looking at it.
Yeah. Andrew, Alex, Jamil, like try to
Sean Xavier Boudreau.
Come on.
Jillian Jane Brennan Barbo.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Ava Nicoletta Byrne. William Joseph Casaletto. Patrick Lawrence Cassidy. Maya Dorothy Chan. Shreyas Chattervidula. Julianne Celine Myrtle Gribben Clark.
Is that mic on?
Jennifer Elizabeth Coleman.
It's funny, my birthday's on
Joseph Patrick Conley.
Monday, and I just booked 5 rounds chairs at the top of the colonnade.
Eric James Coria.
Taking the cool kids out of school, and we're gonna hang out in the pool.
Wilson Andrew Kutu. Morgan Taylor Daly.
Have you guys been out or what?
Kelly Ann Deegan.
PhD last month. I've been writing. So pandemic was
Anthony William Dabari. Catherine Margaret Doherty. Kathleen Mary Dolan. Joseph Bradfield Driscoll. Kaylee Barbara Dusord. Megan Elizabeth Early. Michaela Catherine Early. Brian William Feely. Olivia Hope Ferreira. Thomas Daniel Flavel. Caitlin Alexandra Flavel. George Cameron Fredericks. Maddie Olivia Fucci. David Edward Gagnon. William Francis Gannon. Mia Miranda Godet. Anthony Morad Gobriel. Nicholas Martin Glennon. Jack Thomas Gorley. Michael Thomas Graham. Andrew Hugh Hampton. Alexander James Haverty. Jameel Harold. Joshua Reed Higgins. Aubrey Noel Horan. Joseph Gennaro Hubbard. Edward Thomas Hughes. Erin Olivia Johnson. Sachi Shrikant Joshi. Parnika Kopana. Olivia Louise Korch. Sarah Ann LaChance. Kylie Rain Lamb. Jenna May LaRochelle. Zachary Thomas LaRochelle. John Ryder Latham. Shannon Rose Lee. Evan Michael Lindsay. Joseph Thomas Lober. Noah Thomas Luke. Alexis Page Lucier. Harsha Nitin Mahajan. Brendan Peter Malovich. Simran Malhotra. Sophia Matos Tavares. Liam Patrick McCafferty. Stephen Lewis McKinney. Tayshawn McKinney. Terry Rayshawn McKinney. Elizabeth Ann Meinhardt. Sean Daniel Mescal. Olivia Madison Maligi. Alex Michael Moore. Ryan Thomas Moore. Jarrett Paul Morrill. Riley Thomas Moulton. Ava Michelle Nordengren. Gabriella Carolina O'Connor Caraneo. Maxwell Colin Owens. Atharv Shashank Pandey. Darsh Shailesh Patel. Yash Vijay Patel. Nathan Michael Perrin. Abigail Lacey Petraglia. Brandon Matthew Pauley. Charlotte Marion Pulliam. Christina Rose Reynolds. Olivia Karen Roberts. Thomas Charles Rock. Renee Catherine Romack. Amelia Rubin. Haley Noel Ruccio. Gabrielle Ann Sabu. Ryan Steven Saliba. Cole Joseph Schaefer. Parker Allen Schaffis. Jack Thomas Shea. Catherine Marie Slattery. Brian Kendrick Smith. Nicholas Clay Spiller. Mackenzie Kate Stacy. Joshua Parker Timmons. Leticia Marquez Toledo. Robert David Tower. Dreama Jane Utek. Brendan James Viarella. Liam Thomas Wagner. Joshua Alexander Walsh. Michael David Weber. Shane Kenneth Williams. Gracie Ann Wood. Morgan Coretta Wright. Hope Miras Zuzis. Luke Matthew Abraham. Jacqueline Faith Regazio. Sudeep Krishna Kubala. Peter Thompson Mitchell.
Principal of Chelmsford High School, I have certified that the students before you have satisfied all graduation requirements and competencies as articulated by the Chelmsford Public Schools and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Congratulations. For our final and closing remarks, I'd like to bring back the class president, Peter Mitchell. And before he speaks, I'd like to give some information and some directions. After President Peter Mitchell concludes the program and the turning of the tassels, on your way out, faculty, if you want to drop your gowns in the boxes out there. Now, our class president.
Members of the Chelmsford High School graduating class of 2021, please rise. Please grasp your tassel and move it from the right side of your mortar board to the left. Congratulations, class of 2021. We did it.